Welcome to the RuleBook. I'm your host, Alex Palmer, and I'm the queen of learning things the hard way so you don't have to. On this podcast, we're talking about the mistakes I made and the lessons I learned along the way to create the rules I now live by. On each episode, we're going to be discussing a new rule, how it came about, why I created it, and how you can apply it in your own life. So let's get into it. Welcome to episode number 11. You can be whoever you say you are. Someone DM'd me and told me, look, I know you're an influencer now, and I was genuinely shocked because that is not at all what I am. I'm a writer, a comedian, and a failing actress if I'm anything, but an influencer, no, I simply do not identify as such. But this got me thinking about celebrity, fame, and how people get to where they want to go. So, rule number 11, you can be whoever you want to be, but you can also be whoever you say you are. It's actually easier than ever right now to reach as many people as possible, especially on social media and the internet. There are so many influencers on my feed who are screaming into the camera saying that they're confident and that they can teach you how to be too, and then they end up becoming life coaches. Or there's all these girls on social media who are saying that they're social media strategists and experts. Guys, what the fuck is a social media expert? Did they go to social media college? No, I don't fucking think so. But they have people paying money for a 5-page guide on the best social media practices. And I may have bought one. Don't judge me. But I'm just saying, if you tell enough people who you are and you show up online as such, who's going to stop you? No one. And I'm also not even saying that some of these people are not good at it. They actually are. But it's just that they're calling themselves experts that really makes me wonder who's an expert and who's not. And I think I've come to the conclusion that as long as you get X amount of people to follow you and play along, then you can be whoever you say you are. It's not limited to social media either. I mean, look at our favorite scammer, Anna Delvey or Anna Sorokin or whatever the hell her name is. She said she was an heiress. She said she had a rich dad. She said she had all this money held up, and banks literally loaned it to her, even though she didn't produce a single dime. Insane. Insane. She had enough powerful people believe she was who she said she was, that she was able to fool them all. And guess what? Now she's going to get a fucking reality TV show. Maybe it's that simple. When I was at NYU, I studied with Anna DeVere Smith. I took her performance art class, performance studies class, and she would say to us her favorite quote, which was, if you say a thing often enough, it becomes you. And I was someone who was a journalism student taking her class at NYU, and I was desperate to become an actress. So it really stuck with me because I was like, oh, if I say that I'm an actress enough times and I act accordingly, maybe it'll become true. And even though I was telling myself, I'm an actress, and even acting accordingly and going to many, many classes, studying with many great teachers, watching plays, rehearsing, working on scenes, doing what I had to do, making a fucking web series, doing everything that I thought I should be doing, it wasn't enough. Because this is what I didn't do. I didn't tell enough people that that's who I am. My next incredible acting teacher told his class, this group of struggling actors, that anything was possible so long as we kept our nose down to the grindstone and worked really, really hard and just kept doing the work. But as someone who did the work for over 6 years and had really nothing to show for it at the end of the day, I'd have to disagree with that advice, ultimately. I changed my social media handles from Alex Palmer to Serious Actress. 1, because I thought it was fucking funny. And 2, that's who I am. Even if other people don't accept me as such, that's who I am. And at least that's a step in the right direction of I'm telling people, this is my vision. You can get on board if you believe in it too. But if I'm not ever proclaiming it or saying it out loud to anybody else, how the fuck is it ever going to happen? It's just going to be a fantasy of mine. You have to say it out loud. You have to act accordingly, obviously. And you have to get other people on board. You just have to. I had an acting friend who got a lot of success in his career when he ended up on a very popular Netflix show. And he told me, he said, Alex, if they put your face on enough billboards, they will love you too, because exposure is everything. Exposure is all. I got to get him on the show. I'm not saying don't work hard or that talent is useless. I'm saying it's really only half of the equation for success. Lady Gaga said in interviews that she always knew she was famous. It's just nobody else knew it yet. She also said that she would walk down the street absolutely fucking delusional, and that she wants everyone else to be as delusional as her, to work really hard and fight every day until the lie becomes the truth. Obviously, Lady Gaga is someone who had massive amounts of talent. But if she didn't do that, if she didn't believe that she was already going to be famous and act as if she was, maybe it would not have happened. Her real name is Stephanie, but we know her as Lady Gaga because that's how she introduced herself to us, and we accept that. And why can't you and I do that? Why can't I become who I say I am? If I keep saying it and doing it, eventually I'll become it, just like Anna Deavere Smith says. When you say a thing often enough, it becomes you. I'm not saying be a scammer. I'm not saying be Anna Delvey. But just know that if you keep the vision to yourself, it might not be enough. No, it probably won't be enough. And here's another example. George Santos, right? The scammer from New York. He said he went to college and he didn't. He said he worked for Citibank and Goldman Sachs and he didn't. He said his family were Holocaust survivors and they weren't. And he was elected. And he's refusing to step down. Do you know why he got as far as he did? Because the media blindly believed that he was who he said he was. Nobody bothered to do a background check on him, on someone running for Congress in New York. So if these people can get away with such massive frauds on the general public, why the fuck can't you and I show up on social media and say, this is my dream, I'm working towards it, this is who I am, I'm a serious actress and I'm going to be an actress and I hope that you'll follow me for the journey. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Because you can be whoever you say you are. You just have to work really hard at it and be consistent and act accordingly. I wonder how many of us don't tell the world who we want to be or who we are because we're afraid, or because our parents won't let us be who we are, or because it's embarrassing to talk about something before you have it. That can also hold you back. But look, it's never too late to start. So start showing up as the person you want to be. And before long, you'll probably become it. Thank you guys so much for checking out the RuleBook. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe to this podcast and follow me on all social medias at Serious Actress. Bye, guys.